At ease, brothers. Man, you want to know how to win at life, bro? And when I say win, man, I'm not talking about win as far as common men describe wins. I'm not talking about the accumulation of things and all that, man. I'm talking about winning as far as the grand scheme of life. I'm talking about winning as far as like being born and dying and experiencing a world of peace. Winning. Like when you can wake up every day and be fulfilled, when you can wake up every day, man, and be at peace, brother, that's a victory. Trust me. Because when you can experience life where you don't have it, you understand how rough a life it is, man. So I'm talking about winning as far as living a fulfilled, peaceful life, man. The way you win in life is you have to abandon this life, bro. Like you literally have to abandon this whole place. You have to abandon, you know, and I always think this in my mind. It's like something that just stays in the back of my mind. But I was reading this morning, and I think it was, I don't know why I should have wrote it down, brothers. I think it's Romans 12, and it might be the first 1 through 3rd or 1 through 5th, somewhere in that area, brothers. And it says something like, what it say? Don't conform to this world, be ye transformed. That whole verse. I know y'all have heard that growing up in church, man. And it's the same thing, man. It's saying, matter of fact, what it said is, it says, don't be conformed to the patterns of this world. Don't be conformed to the patterns of this world, bro. That's a powerful statement. Because when you think about the patterns of this world, all it's really talking about is saying, you know, don't be conformed or don't align yourselves to the hypnotic rhythm of this planet. In other words, like Napoleon talked about in the book, Out with the Devil, don't be conformed. Don't get caught up in the web of life. Don't get caught up in the web of common men. Don't get caught up in just the way this world works, man. I'm telling you, to find that peace, to find that fulfillment that everybody is looking for. Everybody is looking for that, brothers. To find that, man, you must abandon this place, bro. You must mentally, spiritually, everything about the truest part of you, you must abandon this place, bro. Meaning your body is still here. You can still interact and do all this thing with this world, but you're really not here, man. You're really not here, man. I've been saying this, man, for, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, man, that the ultimate goal, like once a man gets a level of understanding, some level of understanding, the first thing that man needs to do is create a bubble around himself. In other words, create his own version of the world inside of his own realm. Create his own world. A world where he can reside. He's still subject to the same laws, but it's his world. It's governed by his truth. It's his happiness. And don't let any other outside vibrations in that world, man. And I wish I could explain that deeper, but I think I'm saying it enough. Create that bubble around yourself, man, where it's just your world. That's where your peace is, bro. And I'm gonna tell you this. Like ways to create that, ways to stay in that, ways to abandon this world, bro. I would say the first thing is, man, and I know it seems so simple, brothers, but don't, as hard as it is, with the book, the gram, and the tube, and everything else, brothers, if you can learn not to compare yourself to anybody else, man, you're going to feel a level of peace, brother, that most men only crave. If you can get to the point where you're not comparing with anybody else's crib, or anybody else's asset, or anybody else's woman, or anybody's cities they grew up in, or anybody else's vacations they take, anybody else's shoes, anybody else's clothes, man, you talking about freedom. That's the first level of freedom, brother. If you can get to that point, man, brother, you will start getting a taste of paradise. You'll start getting a taste of heaven on earth, man. Because you're living in your own realm now, bro. When you can stop comparing yourself, when you can stop, and the reason I say that, I'm not saying that just to say that. You have to understand, man, when you're comparing yourself to somebody, all it's doing is really all it's really doing is snatching you outside of your now. When you compare yourself to somebody, man, it's simply snatching you outside of your now. And if you're not living in your now, if you're not living in your current moment, you can't be connected with that higher part of yourself. Because now that other part of yourself is focused on either what you used to didn't have or what you don't yet have. You know what I'm saying? When you look at somebody and they living in a certain city or a certain part of town, you're like, you know what? I wanna level up and get over there. You're in a state of I don't have that yet. You're in a state of lack. You can't be in a state of lack and in a state of abundance at the same time. So you being in this state of lack, always living like, okay, you know what? I'm trying to get to XYZ, bro. It's robbing you, man. It's robbing your peace. Not saying you can't be in grind mode and get that stuff. It's what we're supposed to do. But never leave that now and never look at somebody else's life and think outside of your own. And it's easy to say that looking up saying, oh, somebody got something I don't have. Let me try to level up. I don't have that. But hell, looking back is just as dangerous. Always focus on the now, bro. Like the moment a man doesn't focus on the now, man, it's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap, man. You have to understand, man, the main way to stay in your own bubble is really to, I'll say, like, we have to learn to operate outside of ourselves. And I believe this is the part of this is the part of self-mastery that takes the most work, man. And it's something you'll never fully achieve. You can only get better and better. But literally operating in this world from another world. Operating in this physical existence for what it is. Understanding, and I don't want to say, oh, it's the illusion, because people get lost when you say that. But like operate this game as if it's The Sims. Operate this game knowing full well that the decisions made, the plays called, are being called from a different place, that we aren't even here. Like when you can start to think from that place, man, when you can start to think from that place of, you know, I'm not even really here. I'm operating this physical body like an avatar. Man, the world starts to change, man, because now you can make a lot of the decisions without an element of fear. Just like playing a video game, or just like operating a remote control car. You sit there and play with that remote control car, man, you doing some daredevil stuff. You doing stuff with that vehicle that you wouldn't do if you were in it, but you operate from a different space when you're outside of it, man. Learn to operate this physical body like you have a remote control to this thing somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? You will call different plays, man. You will fear not losing. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You won't fear losing, man, because you're outside of yourself. Couple that along with not comparing yourself or worry about what somebody else got, brother, you moving different. You running from a completely different playbook when you operate like that, brothers. I'm saying, man, you must abandon this world, bro. And I'm gonna tell you, man, you can read through the Bible, man, and there are 1,000,001 verses that support what I'm saying, that co-sign what I'm saying. You know, being a part of this world, man, of course, enjoying the experience, man, but understanding what it really is. Understanding what this experience really is, man. You know, I don't know no other way to say it, brothers. I don't know no other way to say it, man. But to fall in love with this world, like most people do. And you know what? And I heard there's a verse in and I don't know where it is. I'm sure y'all know where it is. The New Testament somewhere where the messenger was saying something about, you know, don't love this world, or something like, if you love this world, like you'll lose a part of yourself, or something like that, man. And for the longest, I was like, you know what? I don't understand what that means. I always say, you know, at some point that may make sense. It don't make sense now, but now I understand it. Back when I was young, when it said don't fall in love with this world and I was like, that don't make sense, because what are you saying? I'm not supposed to enjoy the experience? What I take from that is don't for one moment think that the experience is real. Don't fall in love with the experience so much that you forget yourself. Don't fall in love with the video game so much that you forget that you're the operant power. Because once you forget you're the operant power, brothers, and you start operating as if this physical world is a real thing, brother, your peace is about to get robbed. Robbed. I'm talking about, brother, I'm talking about even in the best case scenarios. I'm talking about even when life is good. When life is good, if you forget who you are, if you forget where you're going, if you forget what your ultimate truth is, brother, you're about to get robbed. You're about to get robbed. You know, and a lot of people put, this is what we do, man. A lot of us say, you know what, okay, life is life and it's doing what it's doing. But if I can just get to that certain point, I can breathe again. Like life will be fun if I can just get to that $70,000, if I can get to that $100,000, if I can get to $1 million, whatever that dollar is, if I can just get there, and lose this 20 pounds and find the perfect mate in my life will be perfect. I am telling you, it won't be. If your life isn't perfect in the worst of situations, it won't be perfect when you get that thing, bro. Because again, people are seeking that peace and fulfillment. Everybody's seeking that. Like that's what we seek as soon as we come outside the womb. It's just that the world teaches us that, oh, no, I know what you're looking for, and let me show you where it is. And they're leading you astray, bro. You got to find that peace and fulfillment first and let the shiny things be the product, or, brother, you're going to be in a bad situation. You're going to be in a bad situation, man. And when I say bad situation, all I'm simply talking about is living a world without peace, living in a world without fulfillment. I'm going to tell you, man. I'm going to tell you, we can try as hard as we want, man, to fill that void with everything else. It'll never happen. It can't happen. It can't happen. By the way the game is set up, it cannot happen. You cannot find that fulfillment and peace I'm talking about. You can't find it in nothing else but self and source. You can find it in nothing else except by going inside. You can find it in no other way but abandoning this situation. Mentally, spiritually, abandoning this world. It's just a freedom, man. It's hard to explain, bro. Just a freedom that's hard to explain. But yeah, brothers, to find that ultimate peace, to find that ultimate fulfillment, to truly be successful, you must abandon this world, brothers.